Welcome to Science. This presentation was done by Stephanie Stewart, Vanessa Varela, and Catherine Kilgore. This week, we are exploring respiration. Here's our objective. Now let's review. Let's go ahead and review what we've been going over
that
this week.
cellular respiration produces energy, ATP, that's part of the Krebs cycle, and it uses oxygen from the environment, glucose from your nutrients that you've taken in when you ate lunch. Respiration occurs. Again, it's kind of a combustion reaction, and it gives off water and carbon dioxide as wastes. And most importantly, related to the Krebs cycle, is the ATP given off as energy. So again, if you're taking the Regents exam on June 20th, don't spend time memorizing your Krebs cycle. You just need to know these basics. The mitochondria carry out respiration, make energy. Waste products are water and carbon dioxide. Okay? And what you need to do that is oxygen and glucose. That's all you need to worry about.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Today we will be working in 6 groups of 4. Group 1, red table, draw a poster of the process of photosynthesis. Group 2, green table, act out the cycling of the process of photosynthesis. And Group 3, blue. Group 4, yellow table, will create a poster of the process of cellular respiration. Group 5, orange table, will perform a skit of the process of cellular respiration. And Group 6 will create a... Now, if I can please have someone from each group repeat the instructions back to me. Thank you for sharing. Now take out your lab notebooks and turn to page 54. Refer back to your notes on respiration. As we're going through our lesson, we have to keep in mind to differentiate for our 3 students that have IEPs, Kevin, Sarah, and Joe. Here's a little bit of information. Here's a little bit about Kevin. He's a bright, eager learner and understands experiments and assignment expectations and outcomes. However, he becomes frustrated in writing assignments, makes spelling mistakes, improper punctuation and grammar, and has trouble collecting and organizing his thoughts. Now, let's work together to make sure our students can learn the material. Now, Kevin, on page 53 in your lab notebook, use a mind map that we created in class on Tuesday to outline your thoughts on photosynthesis to use for this assignment. Now, let's talk a little bit about Sarah. She has anxiety and is quiet and does not ask for help. However, she is a proud developing artist, and I have expressed my high expectations for her to present herself in this project. Now, let's work together to make sure our students can learn the material. Sarah, on page 53 in your lab notebook, use the mind map that we created in class on Tuesday to outline the information you will be using to complete the assignment. Now let's talk a little bit about Joe. Joe is very easygoing, has a positive outlook, and smiles a lot. However, he has problems with organization and turning in assignments, following directions, and focusing. Now, let's work together to make sure our students can learn the material. Now, Joe, you will fill out a daily assignment tracker that will be checked off by your group mates at the end of each day. It will show how much you've contributed to the work, to the group, how much you have left, and what you're planning to finish by the end of the next day. Now that you have been assigned into your groups, how does everyone feel about the project?
We're so excited!
With the assignment out of the way, here's the agenda of what our lesson would look like for the week. Wednesday, get into your groups and work on your projects for the remainder of class. Thursday, finish up any final touches. It's time for our groups to perform our presentations. Thursday night's homework will be to create a Venn diagram comparing plant respiration and cell respiration. Although some groups may not have finished presenting, we still want the students to think overnight about what they have learned for the day. Friday, let's finalize any final presentations and go over our homework. We're going to have a class discussion about what you guys thought about this week's project. Thank you for watching your presentation, and always remember collaboration is key for gathering great ideas for both the students